you say twine or shoelaces, what was the cause of death would have been? I mean, what would you have done with the...
Do what now?
What would you have done with the shoelaces or the twine that you're talking about?
Strangled him.
Okay. Do you remember doing that?
With one of them, I do believe, yeah. I'm not real positive which one.
Which one do you remember doing it to? Which one do you remember doing it to?
I said, I don't.
You said one of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure in what order, which was the first and which was the last. I'm thinking of one along the highway was probably the last one.
Which, there was a few on the highway. Do you know which one specifically?
Okay, what was that, Highway 61 going up through Troy?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because at first I thought it was 64, but it's watching the news and weather, 61. And then one of them along, I believe, Interstate 70. And those are the only two that I can recall where I left the remains on the highway or in close proximity. Because the one in Maryland Heights, that was on it wasn't a service road, but it wasn't on page, it wasn't on highway. It was off like an apartment complex.
It feels like a service road. That road does. I don't know if you remember back then how Page End right there. And then they had some pretty popular apartments there on the right.
Yeah, it ended right at Bennington?
Yes.
Okay.
Gary never disclosed his fifth victim's identity, but the police found out that he kept her remains in a cardboard box at first, after which he stored them in a steel barrel. Later, he discarded this barrel at a self-service car wash. All these murders promptly justify his name as the package killer. Considering Gary's significant lack of remorse and his vicious addiction to killing, it is difficult to imagine if there ever will be actual justice for the victims. In September 1995, Gary was sentenced to life in prison without parole for the homicide of Kenneth Atchison. After the discovery of the remaining victims' DNA in 2022, Gary faced further charges for the murder of 4 other women. Between 2022 and 2023, Gary pleaded guilty to 5 additional homicides